Hi everyone, another day, another unboxing, and today we're looking at sump pumps, in particular Zoeller sump pumps. My sump pump was getting old and cranky and about to kick the bucket, so I had to start searching for a replacement. The experienced plumbers all seem to go for the Zoeller M53. It's like the Crown Vic of sump pumps. Durable, well-known quantity, and as hard as nails. And plumbers swear by these sump pumps. I'm sure they even named their sons and daughters after them. So as I was looking at the M53, which is their main model for residential and small commercial properties, I came across something interesting, an upgraded version of the M53, which is the M63. Sounds like a piece of military equipment, and it should be because this thing is super solid. It's built like a tank. So this is the pump here. Now it weighs a ton. Solid cast iron, powder coated. No stamped metal parts, so it's built to last. So specification wise, it is 0.3 horsepower, just like the M53. The flow rate is 43 gallons per minute. And it draws 9.7 amps, which is quite a bit. It's got a powder-coated cast iron body. That's where the similarities are with the M53, so very similar in specs. However, there are a few important details that differentiate it from the M53. It got a cast iron impeller. Whereas the M53 got a plastic, glass reinforced plastic, basically fiberglass impeller. This also has a cast iron base, whereas the M53 got a plastic base. So what else is different with this? You might notice that the float is a silverish gray instead of the white of the M53. I think that is simply to differentiate the two products when you have them on the shelves. I see no mechanical advantage in it, or I have not read of any. However, the switch mechanism has been upgraded. That is one of the weaknesses of the M53. Their switches used to fail. However, they have improved on the design. So this one should last quite a bit longer. And it is reflected in the greater warranty that they offer for this product, which is 5 years instead of the 3 years for the M53. Another difference is this comes with an extra foot. It is a 10-foot cord as opposed to the M53's 9-foot. They have added an LED light over here. So when you plug it in and there's power, this will light up. So that is a neat touch to it. So let's have a good look around the pump itself. Well, I haven't mentioned that in the box, this is a refurbished box, so it doesn't come with all the stuff that it's meant to. So we have the instructions over here, very good and very detailed. Plenty of useful information in here for installation, troubleshooting, and other information. What I don't see is a warranty card, so if you get the full product, you will probably get the warranty card with it. So looking around the product, the pump, you should only lift it by this handle. You should not lift it by any other point. This pump weighs about 30 pounds, extremely heavy. And if you lift it by any other means, you might bend something or break something. Alright, we've got the cord here. On the top, there's a plaque that gives information about the pump, the part number. It says it's an M63A. It gives the voltage, it gives the horsepower, 0.3 HP. The 9.7 amps current draw at 60 hertz. So that's a bit of useful information, and it's interesting that information is also duplicated on the label on the cord itself. Okay, it takes a 1.5-inch pipe fitting, and there is a vent hole over here. I'll tell you more about that. And you might be able to make out the cast iron impeller. It's very hard to see, but you can just about see it in there. So that is opposed to the M53's fiberglass impeller. All right, so I'm going to install this One more thing we should do. Let's just take some quick measurements. You can get some great details on the measurements from the Zoeller site. They have the diagram with all the necessary measurements, but we'll just go through them quickly. So from this end to here is about, past the float is about a little less than 11 inches. I'd say just slightly over 10 inches. It is about 10.5 inches tall. From side to side is about 7 inches. As for the float, they say that it will come on when the water level from the bottom is 7.25 inches, and it will switch off when the level is 3 inches. Now, some people complain that that travel is a little too small for a sump pump. I'm not sure whether, because that is similar to the M53, I don't know whether this has any, no, I don't know whether it's different to the M53, honestly. I haven't checked the M53's specifications. Okay, let me give you a better view of the sump pump. This sump pump is made in the good old USA, in Louisville, Kentucky. The impeller is the turbine blade that pumps water. It effectively is the pump for the sump pump. Okay, so I'm going to use it with a plastic check valve. And this is the Zoeller plastic check valve. The part number is 30181. That's the product number. Yeah, it comes in this plain box. And this is the unit. Can we see the inside of the unit? There's a valve in there. Can just about see it. Though it tells you which direction it goes up, the flow should go up. So some quick measurements for this, including the fittings, which come with the unit. It's about 9 inches across. That is about 3.25 inches. And that is about 3 5/8 or so across there. Alright, unfortunately you cannot have this down here because it's going to interfere with the movement of the float. Yeah, it's going to rub against the float, so you have to have this above here. Anyway, Zoeller recommends that the check valve should be above the pit. And the reason they do that is so that it is easy to maintain. It's purely for maintenance reason. You can get to the check valve easily. And despite having a vent hole over here, they recommend that the pipe fitting that you put under the check valve, let's just put this in. This is just a rough demonstration. So the pit will be here. They recommend that a 3/16 inch hole should be put below the level of the pit itself. So you still need that vent hole to allow water to return back up to the impeller and flood the impeller so that it can push water out again. Alright, so we're going to run a small test with this and see how well it works. We're going to test this pump out. And before you guys laugh, remember that this is how rocket ships and space shuttles are invented. And theories of relativity and that good stuff. Alright, so that goes up. Nothing is connected here, so it's going to be a little interesting. This is the first time I've tested this pump. It's probably going to splash all over us, so let's see how it works out. Okay, wait for it, 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 wait for it. Come on. I guess that was not enough. Is there any way we can get this water level up? Let's try some scientific ways of increasing the water level. Add some spacers. Probably behind here is better. When is this pump going to trigger? Okay, we're just going to have to force its hand. So it'll keep rising. And there she goes! I think that is a very successful test, don't you think so? Not a drop of water on me. So if this video has been helpful to you, please give me a like. And thanks for watching. And stay dry, my friends. Pretty cool.